Hello and welcome to a playthrough of Age of Wonders 4, specifically the DLC Archon Prophecy. And now, let's head into our episode. So, Show Tome Library, I believe they're all in order. Right? Tome of Virtue is the new Tier 2 tome. One of the new Tier 2 tomes. Right? So Virtuous Spirit gives target race strength and a moment of weakness, giving them +2 spirit resistance. When this unit drops below 60% of their maximum hit points, they ignore half of their casualties, and they gain 1 defense, 1 resistance. We get the Paladin, a shield unit with healing capabilities and a powerful smite. For charities, we lose 10% of our gold income, but we gain double that in food and production. We can summon a Vigil, which is a battle mage unit, and we get Heroic Stand. Remove status effects, they gain steadfast, and they ignore their casualty penalties. And then the next one is Tome of Prophecy. Oh, and Archon. Oh. Prophecies is... I thought there were only... How many new tomes are there? It's Virtue, Prophecies, Archon, and the Revenant. Must be the new one. So Prophecies prevent enemy attacks and foresee the downfall of your enemies. Order and Astral. Temple of... Oh, I didn't even check that. So Virtue, just Order Affinity. Prophecies gives us the Temple of the Prophet, mana and knowledge per conduit. It's not bad. Battle Divination. When cast on the next 2 turns, all friendly units gain evasion, precognition, and 20% damage. Good. Ranged projectiles. All ranged units gain Faithful, which is nice, and 20% crit hit chance. That's pretty good. Circlet enchantment for gain precognition when entering defense mode. So this is... So the first hit is ignore. Okay. The Oracle unit, which is really good, we're learning. And foresee downfall. Friendly units gain precognition, crit hit chance. So Tome of Prophecies... with Materium, right? With Enchantment and Artifacting. Oh, they changed it. Alright, so this is much better. 25%. Because this used to be... I think this was originally 50. I'd have to look. It's been so long since I played them. I think this was like originally 50. So they've halved it. And Prophecies is just ranged units. It's just ranged units. Okay. So if I remember correctly, and I could be misremembering this, and I freely admit that, I think this used to be all units plus 40% crit hit chance. So they've split it, which is fine. Still pretty good. Don't get me wrong. So there is a part of me not sure. But, yeah. So that is Prophecies. We're definitely going to take, just to show it off, because we're taking Zeal, which feels fine. Alright. The thing is, if we take Virtue, then we lose the chance of Inquisitor's Mark. So it looks like we'll be going a lot of order. Because we're gonna want Inquisition, we're gonna want Virtue to show it off. But then we can skip the tier 3s, right? Like, these are good. Oh, but they won't have Faithful, will they? Right, for Prophecies instead? Because Zeal is... Yeah, Zeal, which makes attacks deal extra spirit damage. And then if they're condemned, they get... Oh, they changed it. Okay, so this used to be attacks got +2 spirit damage, and against condemned units, they got +4. Now, if they're condemned, they just get a 10% damage bonus. Which, late game is a lot. Early game, it's only an extra point or 2. So, glad I noticed that now. But there is something to say Tome of Zeal, right? Virtue, and Inquisition for the Inquisitor's Mark, right? So that they can inflict condemned, thus giving our melee units condemned. Then Prophecies, and then tier 4 is Archon. Gets us the Archon Gate, allows the drafting of Titans, Ascended Rebirth, target dead non-hero non-celestial unit revives as a vigil under the caster's control. Pure Soul, rules target banning them. At the start of each turn, they lose 1 negative status effect. If the negative status effect has a positive count, so if I'm poisoned, I lose the status effect, I gain regen instead. Right? If I'm weakened, I gain strength. Very powerful. Holy Aura. Changing neutral appearance status protection to adjacent friendly units and damaging adjacent enemies. Send +4 spirit damage at the end of turn. Okay. Interesting. There is some builds here I can already see. Wow. And then Summon Astra, which is an Astra mystical unit, an annual unit with strong attacks and healing abilities. And then the Remnant is the flip of that. So this is like Angels, Redemption, Healing, Undead, Fallen Angels, Unholy Champion, Armor of Despair. Oh, that's neat. Okay. Undead Resentment. They get Vicious Killer, they become undead. Revenant Whispers, and Chamber of the Right, and a Necropolis, which is souls, and it counts as a research outpost, and we can undraft undead titans. So we're definitely going to reach for Tome of the Archon. Definitely want Tome of Prophecies. Materium-wise, I think we're only going to grab 2. At least for now, which will be Enchantment and Artificing. Artificing for now. And then nature-wise, I think we want Glades, definitely. I think we want Roots. And then I'm not sure, to be honest. I am a fan of Tome of Paradise, but I think we're going to go for the Celestial type, so that's not as useful. Tome of Cycles is always useful. They changed it. Oh, wow. Okay. They've changed this heartily. So if you remember, originally, it was Projectiles of Decay, which made Projectile this almost a must-have, right? With Projectiles of Decay, all ranged units mages or archers, cause decay, preventing healing. So it's almost a must-have. But with now we get Blades of Decay, which is decaying. Oh, and they changed it. Decaying no longer prevents healing completely. It just slows it down. Fair enough. But that's, I don't think this stats, but I'm sure the damage it does stack. So, tone down decaying, that's fine. And blooming projectiles. Life Seed. When this unit dies, heals a unit on the caster's sides in range of 4. Hey, can you pass the pie? Hello to the watchers. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the raid. I hope you're all doing well. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sparky TDK. Pie raid! Thank you for the pie raid. I mostly do strategy games. I have been playing Age of Wonders 4 since the beginning, and we are starting the Archon Prophecy stories. Oh, always welcome to lurk. Hi, Sidster. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Okay. There's I'm just going through this, and there is quite a bit in here. It's like, oh, I can already see combining this with like Materium or Astral and just breaking the game, which I love. I also, for those of you who don't know, which will probably be all of you, I also do Age of Wonders 4 viewer suggestions. So if you email me at sparkytdk@gmail.com, you can give suggestions on what I should play as far as map settings, faction settings, culture settings, racial settings, that sort of thing. It's a whole series I do. We've done 4 of them so far. I've pretty much just started. But we've had suggestions of, like, you can only use ranged heroes. You can only use melee heroes. You have to have half your army be animal units. That sort of thing. Someone suggested, way back when, make an army, you have to be orcs. They have to be pure good, and they have to be order tones. You have to go holy. So we recently did that last expansion because that also got us an achievement in the game. So, like, whatever you like, it could be your favorite thing you love to play. It could be something you've never seen anyone play, and you'd love to see me try, that sort of thing. Again, SparkyTDK@gmail.com. I usually play one of those maps about every 3 games or so. So I am technically a variety streamer, but I lean heavily towards strategy games and RPGs. Already done that one. Someone suggested Holy Pure Good Orcs, and that's what we did. So I think it was Holy Pure Good Orcs, and you had to choose melee heroes, I think. I'd have to look up for the challenge. It's like view suggestion 2 or 3, I think. On my YouTube channel, which is Sparky TDK as well. Feel free to look up the playthrough. But we're looking at Life Seed. Interesting. And, oh, that's interesting. So most things are range does the debuff. Melee gets the bonus. For Tome of Cycles, melee does the debuff. Range gets the damage bonus. That is good to know. So we're definitely going to do Poison, Blades, and Cycles in here. Materium is definitely going to be at least enchantment. At least enchantment. We may pass on the artifacting. And hear me, artificing, and hear me out. And instead, if we have enough to grab, oh, what is the name of it? Oh, it's nature, prosperity. So this is nature order. Okay, so we might grab this for tier 4 nature then. Because getting blessed armors right, combined with precognition, feels like that is an incredibly tanky army. And we will have support units. So I think that may be the grab there. For Materium, at least enchantment and artificing, I think. Because I like the bolt repeaters, I like the fortification. The siege magic isn't bad, but actually, like, the more... this is a weird thing, which, like, actually... maybe we do want all the tier 1 tomes for Materia and none of the higher level tomes. Maybe we want discipline for focused aim, inner mastery, and power strikes, and alchemy for the material refinery, the fumigation, the tonic, and the asthma, and then the enchantment, and then that's it. Things to do. But we're still on the first turn, and now we are done the first turn, so we will end the turn. Took an hour, so day 2 dawns. We'll grab the food. That should give us enough. Perfect. We're going to grab this far, and we will change this later, but that does give us the rainbow clover, giving us food and stability. There are no free cities or rulers, so that's useless. But oh, that's arsenal. It does give us spirit damage, right? And crit chance. And I think that's it. So it starts to build up our crafting. As is, we're gonna swing you this way to grab whatever this is. There's sheepsies here, and you're pretty good. I don't think you can make it. Yes, architects. Again, first map, so we're doing. We're trying out all the new stuff. So we're gorgeous architects. We took strong, quick reflexes, cold-blooded, adaptable, vulnerable to physical. Architects of nature, talented collectors, and runesmith. I just have a personal preference for those two, so we're just trying it out. I think next we grab a forester. So I think the forester is going to go here. And then our first quarry is going to go here. And we'll work from there. The first map of anything, anytime we do, if there is a story map, we just try out all the new stuff. Which can get wonky. Like, potentially, if we wanted to, and I don't think we're gonna, but if we wanted to, we could grab both Tome of the Archon and Tome of the Revenant. They don't lock each other out. I don't think we're gonna, but we're definitely gonna make, like, we definitely want to show up Tome of the Archon and Tome of Prophecy, so we're definitely gonna grab those. We're gonna go down the order tree, that sort of thing. This does mean a lot of the order stuff is predicated on us having vassals. And there are no vassals for this particular map. So I don't think we can get there in a turn, so we're just gonna wait a turn. Alright. And again, we're gonna create the bookmark because it's my habit. Got a nice little bookmark here. I do encourage conversation, so feel free to talk about whatever you want, ask about whatever you want. Love teaching people how to play this game and discussing this game or any game I am playing. Just keep in mind, 10-second delay on Twitch, 20 on YouTube. And I'm focused on the game and not the chat. So we're just gonna auto this. Yeah, didn't lose anything. Grab this, which is the Morbid Temple. I don't like to stick cities too close to each other, but there might be a city up here we can grab. Sort of. You're grabbing whatever this is. A Dread Spider Mount. Sure. And then you're heading south. So it looks like this is the far left of the map. So it looks like we'll have at least 2 cities up here. I am gonna rush this. There we go. And we'll start on an Earthbreaker for our second army. We'll grab this. Well, do I want... If I grab... What does the quarry get me? A quarry gets me nothing. A forester gets me a storehouse. So, let me grab this forester. Yeah, so this is pretty much the back end. Good to know. And we'll queue up the storehouse. That's fine. You can wait a turn. Ruler leveled up. So again, we chose Battle Saint. That is one of the new classes. We're going to go for the fighty version. So we'll let that sit. You're good. If you're swinging, we should have one swinging this way. We're going to rush this guy straight up north. And we're going to try to found a second city in this area to grab both the Pathway of Ascension. I don't think, I mean, technically it's close enough, right? Because we're going to be going the nature path. But if we look at the order path, yeah, conquering a free city, destroying an infestation, that's Vassal's Grant. Like, that will be useful. Rally of the Legions might be useful. Vassals, we're not going to have any, I don't think. Opposing alliance. So a lot of this is going to be wasted. Whereas all of this is good. So we'll stop that. Start racking up some gold. Great. So there's Legion of Zeal. Select new research. We're gonna hold off on Inspiring Chants. I think Enchanted Pro is more useful than Speed, personally. But let's go ahead. Oh, right, we can do the Rune skill, which gains a river, and we get food and mana based on rivers, which there are none here. So, I think more importantly, oh, we don't have a lot of mana though, but this will get us a lot of mana. Because we're a storm giant. Rivers is +1. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, potentially that is +30 mana by and oh, we already got this. Alright, we'll go ahead and grab the quarry just to see what's around here. Okay, I'm not seeing any other... Oh, wow, we are literally in the lower left. Okay. We're going to head here for the mana boost. Let me create the bookmark and take in case something goes horribly wrong. Great, auto combat. Took damage, but I'll take it. So we got a 40 mana boost. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Doesn't sound like a lot. I think we do this first.
Yeah.
And you're headed this way. Yeah, so there's another magic material there. I'm gonna do the storehouse in 1. The shrine is boosted. We definitely need one of them. So we're gonna let that sit. Okay. And you're headed this way. You can fall back to here so we can grab the quarry. So we'll clear him off the quarry. Huh. And I think we'll just clear out this whole back area. You go here. We might need to fight this, so we're going to go ahead, create a bookmark. Auto combat. We shouldn't lose anything. Perfect. And we'll wait a turn.
Yeah.
You're here. Okay. This is boosted. So because this is boosted, I'll go ahead and queue that up. We're already struggling with gold. So I think these guys are going to head in this direction. Because I think the next thing we're grabbing is the gold mine. You're headed in here, so that'll get us 50. And then we'll head north to trigger this. That's built. That's built. So now we're making 30 mana a turn. Our ruler leveled up. So do we either take Warriors further? So we lose... Oh, wait, so what is this? This is... Or Saints Fervor. So this is... Gain hit points. That's it. This is... Gain hit points. And damage. This leads us back down into like this way. So every time we use a support. But I think we're going to do the Warriors Fervor. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and summon this right here. And every turn, we'll start terraforming for rivers. And rivers will give us 1 mana, 1 farm. 2. Just because we don't have any... There should be no independent cities as far as I'm aware. There's nothing to really gain. Like this... Well... We can found a city. So that will be useful. End turn. But that gold is going to be more useful. So we're going to head in that. And then we head north. Normally, I like to do 30... sorry. I'm going to say 30 cities by turn 3. Flip that around. 3 cities by turn 30 to 40. And I feel like I'm in a good position. Alright, so we've got a second... Get a cultivator going. We can do Crow Companion. I don't think we're going to summon a Zealot. I don't think we're going to do Fanatical Work. Condemnation is good. Yep, there's a river. Great. So now it's gone up 1. You're headed in this direction. I think I'm actually going to put you on Auto Explorer. You're headed in this direction. A little J thing. Yeah, so if we, right? 1, 2, 3. There is potential for a city like in here-ish. And this city can just expand generally in this direction and up here. Considering the size of the map, did I screw this up? I don't know if I can fit 3 cities on this map. I feel like I messed this up. No, there was no option. Alright. End turn. The only thing you can do for story maps is easy, normal, hard. You can't adjust, hey, unlimited infestations or that sort of thing. You can't adjust size or that sort of thing. Oh, it's not? Okay. Alright, so we need the gold. So we're going to throw down a bookmark. Again, in case something goes horribly wrong. We're gonna slam into this. Auto combat. Great. Grab the gold mine. Beautiful. After the Arcane Institute. Yeah, so we need 200 to start the foundation. So we'll go ahead and start on the Great Ziggurat. What is this? Production stash. Ooh, useful. We'll head in that direction. This scout is going to here, bearing a scent of fragrant oil, yet also decayed. A wrinkled man in Archon armor descends the stairs of his necropolis. I am Frederick the Twice Cursed, leader of the one so unfairly prescribed as devout reverence. He introduces himself, showing an embittered grin. My people became doomed twice. Once when the lizard folk denied us departure in the first age of Athla, and again near the end of its second age when the mark of Urwath was placed on our necropolises. We rose as tainted puppets, yet when the seals on Athla broke, our souls became rekindled with faith. We are not no agents of Urwath. We are 8 Archons. Continue listening. Oh yeah, we came to Nora in search of redemption. Frederick the Twice Cursed continued. Yet we found the passage to the higher rings blocked, our prayers answered by stoic silence. Do they not see our coming as a gift, a willing host offering itself to find a cure for what cannot be cured? Sounds desperate, though he soon regains his computer. Now please remain unanswered for too long. Now we have sinned, capturing an Astra to negotiate a talk. We merely ask to be heard, but the Astra will not speak. Okay. Okay. Show me the Morbid Temple and I'll fight for your redemption. Why not, right? So there we go. Okay. Okay, so they're up here. So yeah, so we're gonna have to... What we're gonna do is rush up here. Probably about... Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That will barely be within range of this city. It's gonna be a reach. I think we can grab it, but we'll see. I think it is better, honestly, to found a city like right here. That gives this city plenty of room. This city should have plenty of room. We'll see. Okay, you're waiting. Actually, you go grab this. And you head up here. Really? 5 turns? Jesus. And now we're gonna... Ooh. Head up here to grab this. Alright, we started on the Ziggurat. That's everything we can do. We are gonna found a city, but I'm gonna wait till we're in the founding stage before we grab this. I want more mana in reserve. Okay. Day 8 dawns. You're heading in this direction. You're headed to here. And then we can auto-explore you. Alright. Incarnate Mark we will need sooner rather than later, so that's fine. Yeah, I guess you can go with him for now. We pop in 3. So if we do the math, right? I think we're fine on stability. Got the cultivator. 60. That's 100. Okay, so if we queue up Stonemason and an Earthbreaker, we're good. Drained our gold. So we kind of now have to save up for a city, which is 200 gold unless they've changed. So you are rushing to about here. You're going with him. You're going with him. That's fine. Yeah, so in 2 turns, what will happen is, are we rushing? How's our... Right, because we need... This is a farm, and that's a farm. And we can't get to this farm yet. Or any other sheep, like sheep, usually high priority. Alright, so plenty of foresters in production here. So grabbing this as a farm, not the worst idea. I have 196. I don't need that. That's only 100. That's only 100. Alright, I am going to spend the population to grab that farm. Thus boosting the stonemason, getting a small boost, and allowing us to grab, yeah, the market. Alright, spell's ready to cast. We'll do Enchanted Crow next. New skill. It's pointless, so we're gonna pass on that. Did our guy level up? I feel like I missed that. No. Okay, we're good. And then end turn. The Wicked we smite. From the area southeast of Pensatorium, a croaking chorus swells, enchanting yet terrifying until Dafa Dio reveals himself. Here our rendition he chants, his vocal sap pulsating further. We crusading croakers have sailed to the shores of Nora in search of Archon grace. Yet we found denizens of fowls of the deep terrors, the astral sea. It is the remnants that I speak of, the vile presence. Oh. We're gonna take that. As the chorus of grace subsides, raises her voice. The fate of the remnants is a twisted one. She says her words, spoken with unusual fragility. Once Archons in life, their souls were denied passage to the All-Father, until the most potent necromancy returned them to one life, forever stained with the mark of a wrath. My hesitation is, if there are remnants on North, things do not hold well. The Archons will doubt favor those ones who could put the remnants to rest, for they fear what must not be. Okay. Interesting. So we can either wipe them out or help them. Did you already... Son of a bitch. Is he building an outpost here? You son of a bitch. I want to help them, but they have settled so close to us, I feel like I need to wipe them out now. Alright, new research. We're going to grab, because we want some order, I want to grab Tome of Enchantment. Purging arrows, spell-tempered shields, especially later in the game will be useful. Sundering blades is always useful. Awakened tools, always useful.
Enchantment is
so we'll start with
the worldly and the arcane, as it requires both a...
Go ahead and lock that. We'll start with Purging Arrows. You have the Incarnate mark. Son of a bitch. We can check the Morbid Temple. That's 2, which means these guys probably spawned, like, right here. Okay. Did I already grab that? I must have already grabbed that one.
Ja, wa?
Alright, we'll see where things go. Let's go ahead and cast this so we can see more of the map. And then we gotta save. Wow! Okay, I hate this map already. I don't like starting this close to other people. I like having... Hold on. I'm gonna save a bookmark. And we're gonna save 2 of them. Did I mess this up? No, we don't want to surrender. We want to exit game. View menu. Can I set this to a bigger map size? And I just missed that. New game.
Choose your destination.
Select. Yeah, no, that's all I can do.
Your journey starts here.
I can't select map size. I can't. God damn it.
Choose your destination.
All right, load game. Well, I wanted to be friends with them. But it looks like we're going to select them. So, unless I can clear this out within the next few turns, right? Looks like we're going to try to wipe these guys out. Look at the stonemason. We're starting towards the market. We can start with the Shade Maker, which would be good. We need to, like, range damage. We have a response to the hero to join. So the Ritualist is one of the new ones. Thought I could show the skills. Oh, inspect. No. I can't show skills anymore? Alright. But basically they broke down the mage and the ritualist into much more better defined roles. Up you go. Alright. End turn. So we're gonna poke our nose into the Morbid Temple. If I can clear it and get the desperate measures, great. If not, I'm probably going to have to wipe them out. Because look at this. And then they're going to found a city there. So let's do a bookmark. The silent leader of the Son of the Eternal Master is detained within a circle of dark magic. The astral kneels on the ground, sheltered by. As she notices you, she looks ahead. So the Revenant sends another opponent. Corruption can take many devout Revenants. Continue with the conversation. You seem determined, the Astra says, spreading her wings. Your compassion is a gift best reserved for the living. There is a sanctity within each soul, be it man, elf, or archon. We archons watch over the integrity of all souls as they leave their mortal husks, protecting their journey to rejoin the All-Father. Necromancy, however, is preferred of the soul, opens the door to the path of no return. Only in the end of their unlife may restore peace of the souls from such fate. The Revenant curses corruption of holiness itself. We must ward. Okay. Or else will have won this war. 381. I can come back in a turn and see what happens. I think I'm still gonna have to go to war with them. I'm not gonna lie. After the market, we're gonna have to wait a turn. No, we can queue up the tavern. New skill available. I think we're gonna have to go to war, absorb the city, and then deal with that from there. Rival duties declared. Okay, yeah. Okay, they're very confused. Yep. End turn. They're starting with a Titan? Alright, so explore. Hear me out. So the other options are we lose a ton of knowledge, clear it without a fight, or when we turn our backs on the meat, guided by the Allfather. She beckons the present leader of the devout runners to come closer, saying she wishes to speak to Frederick the Twice Cursed. In the afternoon, I can see your desire to reach him, Nora. Return to the... And I said... Hold on. I'm jumping ahead. She beckons the present leader of the devout remnants to come closer, saying she wishes to speak to Frederick the Twice Cursed. Then the Asher turns back to you. I can see your desire to reach him, Nora. Anboden Rainringer. Return to the pathway of Ascension 1, and it will be good. Before you leave, I may bestow upon you a blessing. What celestial calling do you wish to follow? So we get a ton of mana. We get Divine Sundering. Angelic Grace. A Holy Aura. Oh. We're gonna get this in other ways, right? Theoretically. No, we won't. Other people will, we won't. Heal the Meek. Always hits all friendly units, and we gain a stack of grace. And it doesn't use any action. It's an AoE. I mean, Divine Sundering's good. The Cone uses an action and does Sundered Events and Resistance. If they're condemned, they take an extra 20% damage. So right now it does 20, 34 damage, an extra 20%. We'll put it up to 40 damage. Angelic Grace is 2 turn cooldown, 1 turn cooldown. So I can use this every other turn. I can use this every 2 turns, or if I'm in melee with people, I wish to heal the Meek. Not long after what transpired, the Morgue Temple, Frederick the Twice Cursed contacts you overjoyed. You performed a miracle, and within rain. He says, deeply moved. The Astra has now returned to the higher rings of Amnora, where she will speak in our favor. She fears that our only path to redemption might be through a rite of passing. If that be so, we will be glad to leave the world as Archons at last. My fate on Amnora is sealed. In your journey, we can either take the alignment. We're doing this one. I want the land. So either they join the alliance, which is cool. They leave the land, giving me the space. Or we get the alignment. I think we're going to have other chances to do good. Bye-bye! Great. Oh! Can burn violently, my theorist says. As an oracle, I must warm up. Okay, did well. She continues your journey towards the Archon's wound. God. Weird. Okay. Why is the quest invalidated? Oh, interesting. So it just get okay. Oh, that automatically clears the pathway to Ascension. Okay. Oh, but now we don't have the gold to do this. But we have claimed this. Okay. You're a pain in the ass because you're taking my territory. Like, hard. Like, I now have to basically run, just grab territory in this direction to block his ass off. But it has unlocked quite a bit of territory up here. Enough that I am willing. So I have this no matter what. Right? Okay, you go this way. Alright, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, so like a city here might be good. Now, break purging arrows. We'll select new research. We'll grab sundering blades. Outpost there. Yeah, so I essentially... I have to grab this, I have to grab this, and then I have to grab this. And that blocks him off from this. Right? 1, 2, 3. Which sucks. Well... No. It has to be this. This, and this. Yeah, so it's gonna be... God, we're gonna be going so hard on the farms to block his growth off. That sucks. Alright, you can head back this way. Yep, you headed to the void. A treaty has expired. Get to know. End turn. Yeah, this is the whole thing. So as much... Well, hold on. If we grab this forester, we can swing this way, which is just as good. So let's grab the forester. Then I need to save the Imperium, but that does boost the granary for growth. Hold off on that. We have spells ready to cast, which we can cast. So we can do Legion of Zeal quite happily. Is he now my rival? Oh, we're going to end up going to war with him, aren't we? So we're just going to start building up units. Flanked by angels, a mighty chariot descends from the mountains. Its exalted rider illuminated by god rays. Hail the Allfather, Anbodin Rainring. He calls out with splendor, for you are entering the blessed lands of the Highman. I am Arch-Paladin Malil. It is upon me to judge who may ascend further to reach Nora. Malil looks over you with his radiant gaze. I see you are a giant king. Pity. We high men have fostered the ascension of new archons in many worlds. Malil pronounces, last the blessed age is past. Excuse me? Okay. Oh no! The expression of Malil's face grows harsh, resplendent, yet terrible. I must urge you to turn back Anbodin Rainring. To speak slowly, and you feel an urgent desire to follow his command. Do all you can, for to reach Nora, one must stride through cleansing flames. As you do not receive Malil, continues. By the mandate bestowed upon me through the High Council, I decree my challenge to you. Overcome my divine powers, and I should grant you passage. The souls of the worthy are reforged in the light of the Highman, Malil proclaims, igniting his Archon's bane of splitterlings. Okay, that's a word. Yet the impure incinerate. Okay. So I'm wondering if because we chose Giant, he was like, I'm wondering if we had chosen Dragon, or Sorcerer King, or Champion, he would be like, you have options. Alright. So now we have to kick his ass. Okay. We need to save up gold. We need to save up Imperium. Alright, so here's how this works. Oh, In the tension of Malaya's ordeal, my Thera comes before you with a warning. It is a grim twist of fate that you must face the Hymen Anvadon Rainwing, she said, with a concerned voice. The orders are now for their martial skills and belligerence. Since my own leave-taking, the influence among the Archon orders has diminished, but they remain a force to be reckoned with. Their celestial hosts of fearsome sight to behold. Do not underestimate Malil, my Thera urges. His divine wrath will unleash when you least expect. When they descend, we will be prepared. So we're going to trigger this. We're going to use 100 to grab this. And we're going to slap an outpost right there. And then we need to wait. Okay, 100 Imperium for this. And then we need to wait A to get the gold and 4 turns to grab the Imperium to grab that. So we're doing that.
Yeah.
Right? This is the whole thing? No, this is not a whole thing. Alright.
Huh?
So we're just going to put you on auto then. But this gets it close to this. And this. You're going to pop in 3. Jesus. We're going to end up wiping him out, aren't we? So you're building in 1. We'll let that sit. The gold needs to sit. We have a new skill, which is farms grant +5 food, but we don't have the Imperium for that. But once this city is founded, very quickly, there's +5 Imperium. There's another +5 Imperium that is ours. So we're going to grab this farm, this quarry, and then that blocks him off from this direction. And then maybe a forest and a forester here, and that blocks off this direction. And that allows this city to grow in this direction, at least until we wipe his ass out, which we might have to do. Right? Oh, ooh, I wonder what this is. And this city can claim up here. So that's at least 2 cities. You are headed south. You're building up. We've got the tavern, so we're fine on stability for quite a while. We're building a granary that will help with growth. Gold-wise, do we just do a 3rd Earthbreaker? I think it's better. Like, we could save up for the 100. We need 200 Imperium, right? And 100 gold. Right, we need 200 Imperium. This one's rough. Alright, well, let's cast Legion of Zeal. And that's all we can pretty much afford. Now, we do have some in the bank, so we can afford to spend, like, a little mana here and there. But, yeah, I think we just... I think I need to queue up the Earthbreaker. Right, I believe it's 200 Imperium. So he's grabbed that. Okay, he went backwards. That's helpful. You go there. You go here. Yeah, so to found a city, it is 200 Imperium. But no gold. Okay, I thought there was gold involved. We want spell-tempered tools units eventually. So I will lock that. We'll grab awakened tools instead. We can't... If we cast Sundering Blades, right? That's 4. We're gonna hold off on that. If you're waiting, outpost founded. Gold, I think, needs to go to other things. Rate, end turn. Yeah, we can either reduce the time. Yeah, so grab this, and that'll force him to take this. He might take this, but then we can grab this. Is someone heading in our I feel like someone's heading in our direction. Alright. After this... It's a quarry. We're not going to get that second quarry for a while. Let me grab the foundation for the Imperium. Growth is fine. We'll meet these two armies up. I feel like these two are headed in our direction. Bollocks! I need to grab this. And we're gonna... Like, this gets burned to the ground. It's too close to me. This gets vassalized. Oh yeah, they're heading in our direction. Okay. So I kind of need to take this to block him off from there. I need 200 Imperium. Quarry. And then, you know what, though? Grabbing this. He hasn't declared war on us, has he? He's gonna. Okay. So we got our foundation. As much as I want to, well... I could boost the mint, because we are struggling with gold. But I think we're gonna need units first. So let me queue up a cultivator. Hold off on that. As much as I want to, I think we need the gold boost. End turn. Just right on top of me. Okay. So now we can cast... I am going to cast Sundering Blades. Yeah, he... What level? Oh, 2. He is preparing... to attack me. So I just, as much as I want to make gold, I have to keep pumping out units. Make a building. I have to keep pumping out units. And next turn we can trigger this. Yeah, I mean, we're getting a whole... Founding, absorbing, so that's 100. And then we have to wait. Actually, that might be worth it. Because then we only have to wait 3 more turns. Okay. Yeah. Oh. That's just a thing. Oh! Because he's on the 2nd tier. Okay. Awakened tools. Great. And then we'll grab Spell Tempered Shield. I will cast Sundering Blades. And then that's it. That's all I can afford for now. You pop in 2 turns. Gentlemen. Can I help you with something? Hello, this is Gohan the Chinchilla, and we hope you're having a good day, as do I. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video.
If you did, feel free to follow, like, subscribe, or comment. Or even better, come on over to twitch.tv/SparkyTDK and watch me live every Monday through Friday. Thank you for your support.